Welcome to the Azure Factory playlist. In this video, we will cover the concept of Azure Data Factory and some theoretical part of Azure Data Factory. In our previous video, I have covered how to get a subscription of Azure Data Factory or Azure Portal. For that, go to my channel, IT Academy. Where in the section, if you go to playlist, that playlist, if you go to that playlist, I have added that video where we can get an idea how to create a free account on Azure Data Portal. So for in this particular video, we will cover the theoretical part and some basic concept of Azure Data Factory. So what is Azure? Azure is a cloud provided by Microsoft. It's a cloud service. So what is Azure Data Factory? The Azure Data Factory is a cloud-based data migration service that allow you to create data-driven workflows in the cloud for orchestrating and automating data movement and data information. In our previous playlist in Informatica Power Center, we see how to transform and load data from on-premise sources in Informatica Power Center. So in this in this series, we will see how to extract, transform, and load data using Azure Data Factory. It's a cloud-based ETL tool. And Informatica, if you go inside the Informatica video, in that we have covered the Informatica transformation. So Informatica is on-premise data transform ETL tool, and Azure is a cloud-based ETL tool. So Azure Data Factory use cases where we can use that Azure Data Factory. So supporting data migrations, it support data migration, getting data from client server or online data to Azure Data Lake, then carrying out various data integration processes, then integrating data from different ERP system and loading it into the Azure Synapse or for reporting. Then how does Azure Data Factory work? The Data Factory services allow you to create data pipeline that move and transform data and then run the pipeline on a specified schedule, or we can schedule that. We will see that later. So in Informatica we have seen that we extract some raw data. Here we have some raw data. So that raw data will load into Informatica. We do some transformations here. We transform that data and load it into our data warehouse. So same here, we get some extract data, we load that, we transform that data in ADF, and then we load that data into warehouse. Same like this, extract. So this process is called extract, then transform, and then load. So this is how we can use Data Factory. We get raw data and load that into, transform that as per the requirement and load into that data warehouse. Connect and collect. Connect to all the required sources of data and processing such as SaaS services, file shares, FTP, and web services. Then move the data as needed to the centralized location. Subsequent processing by using the copy activity in data pipeline to move data from both on-premise and cloud source that's stored to a centralized data source and cloud further analysis. So all this activity we will see later, what is copy activity in here. But what it do is we can copy the data from on-premise sources as well as the cloud sources. So we will see that later, how can we connect and collect all the data. Transform in ADF, like in Informatica, we have some transformation. In Informatica we have some transformation like filter transformation, then expression transformation. Likewise, we have something called data flows. In that we have something called data flows. inside that we have some activities, data flows activity like filter activity we have, then join activity we have, then there are column, same as the which Informatica uses expression and everything transformation. So we have filter, join, error, same transformation like as Informatica in ADF also. Then we transform that data. Once it is transformed as per the requirement, then we will publish to the data warehouse or on-premise sources where we want to publish that. Then Azure Data Factory key components. Azure Data Factory has four key components that work together to define input and output data processing event and the schedule and resources required to execute desired data flow. So we will see this later, what is data set, then pipeline, then activities, linked service. We will see later. You can just go through this now for now. What is data set? You can Google this also. Pipeline, what is pipeline, what is activities, and what is linked services. We will see in our next video what are these things are. Then also data factory pricing. So our on Informatica, like Informatica is on premise, so we get subscribed for that Informatica, but in Azure Data Factory is a cloud-based ETL tool, so it provides us a pay only for what you need. So we can use at pay as you go. I mean, we can just pay as per our requirement only for that. Uh, I mean, what we can use, we can pay only for that. In Informatica, we have to pay for all the entire tool, but not in Data Factory. We just pay what we need. Then pipeline orchestration and execution, data for execution, and number of data factories. So there are some um, costing for this, so we will see that also later. And how did the Azure Data Factory components work together? So this is how. So data set, it takes represent data items like stored in linked service. So we will see what is linked service, what is activity, what is data set, and what is pipeline. But these are the main component of Azure Data Factory. We will see this one by one. So see you in the next video. So you can just for now go through this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.